Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7Mile Radio. 7Mile.
This is the kind of show. This is the kind of show we always dreamed of doing.
Impossible.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Everybody out there tuned in. You already know what this one is about to be about. It is indeed election day. The day that we all need to be out and voting. And indeed, a lot of us are watching the news reports, and they say that we have been, we were up, I think, 3 million, new registered voters or absentee ballots, I believe, that's been counted in Michigan alone. But I got some brothers here on the panel with me today, man. Some brothers that's been very adamant in the conversation of voting during the time that y'all been on the network. So just want to go ahead and introduce, first off, we got my brother, Mr. Detroit over here. What's going on with you, brother? Man, you already know what it is, man. I had to have Mr. Detroit in here for this conversation because all the while, man, ever since you started your podcast, Detroit Stand Up, every Friday at 5 o'clock on the network, man, you've been carrying this flag, man, and this torch of hold the black vote. Hold the black vote in 2020. Now, explain to us what you mean by hold the black vote in 2020.
Now, and I have to make sure that I make it clear for the once again for the bourgeoisie Negroes and the ones that's smart and very intelligent. My thing is, I'm not saying don't vote. I'm saying hold the black vote in 2020. So, case in point, we got 43 million black Americans, black people in America, right?
Right.
If we shut it down and just hold our vote until we find somebody that's going to give us exactly what we want, then you can talk. And it goes back to what Dr. Claude Anderson's been pushing for the last 20, 30, 40 years. He found the formula. And it's up on us to take this formula, run with it, flip it, and make it better. Because Dr. Claude Anderson's like 70-something years old. So you give it to somebody like 30, 40 years old, and we run with it, we can make this better. But what you got black people comfortable. They comfortable in their space. They comfortable in their retirement plan. They comfortable getting their little check. They comfortable just doing the norm of what out of their comfort zone. Once you take them out of their comfort zone, they scared. And so I'm looking at this like I got a son that's 14 years old. Mm-hmm. I'd be damned if I don't get nothing for my son when he turned 21, 22. So with me, and I can't speak for everybody, I'm willing to sacrifice me for my son to get ahead in life, because it's a race, and we good at everything. Black folks is good at everything. Everything we touch, we good at it. And what I'm saying is, if we hold the black vote, I never say don't vote, hold the black vote and get some value of it, we good. Because right now in 2020, my vote, and I've been pushing this, Mark, my vote is worth $10 billion. So when I get my $10 billion, it's for the ancestors that they killed. It's for my grandmama. It's for my great-grandmama. It's for the ones that couldn't make it. Because once I get it, I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. That's it. But you got black folks that's uncomfortable, that's comfortable. And when you start shaking shit up, they don't like that getting shaking shit up right there. You know, so hold the black vote in 2020. I don't know if y'all getting text messages. You know, I got people coming to my door talking about, you vote, man. Look, my vote is worth $10 billion. If you got the check, let's go.
So we got my other brother over here, man. It's been real heavy in the political scene. I'm not gonna say heavy in the political scene, but just heavy into the politics of the candidates and things of that nature, man, and heavy in the community. You've seen them out several different stories when we've been out here covering on the community, in the community, on the scene, man. 7Mile Radio, my brother Judah Awoke Ace from the Truth Talk Nation, also the Hand in Hand podcast on every Thursday at 5 o'clock. What's going on, sir?
Good round of hands back for my brother right there.
Peace, guys. Peace, guys.
Man, so what
guys and queens.
What do you feel about this whole voting situation right now, man? You agree with the brother, man, on holding the black vote?
Right.
What is your stance on it all?
Hold it. We need to learn, man, that like we've been loyal to one party since the 60s, and where did that come from? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Bloods and Crips, you know, and it's like a gang right now. Right now they boarding up stores. They putting mysterious bricks out there. You know, you got people at war with each other. You got neighbors, families beefing all over this vote thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a bunch of BS. Hold your vote, and you got to get the lobbyists in there. You know, and if you don't need to vote, if everybody in the White House or in the Congress and Senate is lobbying for you, you don't need to vote. You never seen a bunch of Chinese in line. You never seen a bunch of Jews in line voting. Show me the pictures today. Show me a bunch of Asians in line voting.
And why
they don't need to
why
because they already got the lobbyists in there. They already got the agendas. Once you got the agendas and they know not to fuck with you, then you don't need to vote. Voting, you know what I'm saying? Don't make sense. Put the lobbyists in there to lobby what you need and the resources that we need in our communities, and we don't need to vote. They already know how dangerous we is if we got the lobbyists in there. We don't need to vote.
So people are wasting their times going pushing for the president, voting for Biden,
can't you tell?
voting for Trump.
Can't you tell?
This is a big waste of time.
Yeah.
When have your vote counted? Tell me.
And when you start telling black folks that, they start pushing back because that narrative is my ancestors died.
Right.
My grandma told me I had to vote. People done this and people done that. I'm saying to black America, what have you gotten out of it? They've been voting for almost 57 years. What have you gotten out of it? And when you start asking black folks, they will still tell you, I have to vote. It's like a mindset. You got to rethink.
Well, when you say it like that, when you say black people will tell you I have to vote, it almost sounds like at the same time that you're saying not vote, at the same time that you're saying that you're not saying not to vote.
Right.
You're saying that we shouldn't vote.
I'm saying hold it. But what I'm actually what I'm saying is the ones that don't like. I'm looking at the big picture. If I've been in a relationship for almost 20 years and she ain't gave me none, she ain't kissed me, she ain't came in there and rubbed my feet, and I'm busting my ass for 20 years. She ain't came in there and did none of the things, bro. I got to get out of the relationship. Black folks are in a bad relationship that they don't want to get out of. And when you start talking to my mother about this, she will bring up Jesus. She will bring up, I can't do that, and that's the way it is. And I'm looking like, that's fucked up. If I can't get my mother to change, I can't get nobody to change. I got to go after the youth.
Right.
And I got to tell the youth, man, listen, look at this fucked up situation. Look at this situation. Do you want to be like this in the next 20 years? I'm talking to young cats on the street. They saying, my mama, man, I gotta vote. I'm looking like, bro, you 21.
But I think it's really about who we're voting for, right? We putting the emphasis in the wrong spot when we voting for the president when we should be voting for.
Some people is getting punked into voting, or getting you know what I'm saying, blamed. Like if you don't vote for this party, then you ain't black.
Intimidated
you ain't,
into vote.
you know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what they said.
You ain't black.
You're not black. If
And
you
that's
don't
coming.
vote for me.
That's coming from some of your own family members.
Voter intimidation.
Right. That's what you got. You know what I'm saying? So you got the youth right now focusing on like, well, my mama or my dad vote Democrat. I got to continue the legacy and vote Democrat. But voting is supposed to go to what benefits you. Whatever benefits gun rights, health care, taxes, whatever.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? That's how voting's supposed to go.
Okay.
And the gentleman just said, y'all wrong. Hold on. Y'all wrong because if you don't vote, you never would have had a black president.
Right. That's what he said, huh?
That's what he said. And my response to that, okay, we got a black president. The black president that we had, bless his heart, bless his everything that he did. He didn't do nothing for black folks.
When is the same black president that when black youth was getting gunned down in America, he signed the blue bill? Wasn't that the same black president?
That's the same.
Wasn't that the same black president that gave more gay rights and LGBTQZ rights than us?
Yeah.
The natives to the land.
Yeah.
Why is we always on the bottom of the totem pole before everybody else? And why we always got to sit there and care about everybody else shitting on us? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's an excellent president because he shitted on us. He upped the food stamps. That's all he did. He increased food stamps.
Yeah.
And yeah, he did save. You know, he had a good thing. He saved the auto industry.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was forced to. They really didn't want to save it.
Yeah.
Because you had a lot of down south states that wanted that. They wanted that pot from themselves.
Yeah.
They didn't want Detroit to make it.
Jazzy Brown said we had a Democratic president and a Republican Congress couldn't get anything passed.
Stop it.
So Annalisa, I believe that's Corazon, I hope I'm not butchering her name, said Detroit is 80% black city. The federal government has been sending millions here. Have you questioned your elected officials about resources?
Where's she from, Mark?
She's probably from Detroit.
Can't be from here.
She can't be from
Why would you say that?
Because you'll know all about the emergency managers.
Thank you.
You'll know about all of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You'll know about our water department being taken. Belle Isle, supposedly rented out to the state, leased to the state, which is not ours no more. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? They came in and seized it.
Yeah.
They bankrupted us. They had some of our black officials like Mary Wells from Motown.
Man.
Mary Wells, some of them fat.
Well, I think she may be speaking on the monies that's coming into the city from grants and
the grants. First of all, downtown, how the business was ran. They families was getting it first before we even knew about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had to have a connect. Same as getting into the factory back in the day.
Yeah.
You had to have a connect. That's what we was talking about the other day. That's BS. You know what I'm saying? They hear about it first. Oh, okay. Say for instance, like the new land stuff going on. The land bank department got caught giving their own people hookups.
Yeah.
Giving them in on the property first before we even see it. So that's called downtown politics. That's just how they run it downtown. Before we can even see it, the shit gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, or if we do see it, it's a low amount. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, only so many people can sign up. And then by the time you know it, shit is closed.
Quickly. That's a call, Mark?
No, that's my
I thought we was about to get the banging up in here. I'm waiting for a caller. So, you know, I mean, we got some very intelligent people popping up on here. All you gotta do is call in and expound and everything. And because, you know, you out voting. I'm seeing people posting, I voted. I had to step out my body and look at that visually and was like, that shit don't really matter no more, man. That shit like taking a picture. Remember them pictures we used to take when we was little in them wicker chairs back in the day? I used to go to Bernie. They used to put you in a chair,
right,
take a picture of that wicker chair, and that shit used to be like $40, $50 just for the picture. Man. Posting you voting and don't get nothing out of it, that got to be the wackest shit out now in 2020. That shit played, man. That shit played. So I'm looking at sisters. I'm looking at very intelligent brothers posting, I voted. I'm looking like that's all America got to do. You don't want no money. You don't want your 10 billion. Just get you a sticker. Bro, I need my 10 billion. You give me my 10 billion, I build legacy. I'm telling you. And we talked about this, Mark. I think this pandemic, all this shit happened because black folks was catching up economically. They had to shut this bitch down because black folks was catching up. If I can shut it down for 6 months, if you got a business, you can't fuck with nobody. We're going to shut it down. And the people that was making business, Home Depot, Lowe's, the liquor store, hospitals. I mean, the big business was making money. And then when I found out that article that 6 people made $13 billion in 6 months. When I found that out, and I work at the hospital, I'm like, this shit is a game, man.
Yeah, it's a game.
This shit is a game. If you get coronavirus, that's $13,000.
Right.
If they put you on that goddamn machine, that's $40,000.
Yeah.
Times that in the state of Michigan, and I'm not talking about the United States. Times that in the state of Michigan. Just say you got 100,000 people. 100,000 people get coronavirus. We're gonna put half of that. You get 50,000 times 40,000. The state of Michigan making money, man.
That's why you don't see as many bums that you used to see. Where they go? Remember all the bodies piling up in Sinai?
Yeah.
That's money. They was just literally kidnapping bums off the streets during the COVID while we was stuck in the house. They was literally getting kidnapped for testing.
Bam.
And you know, and that's if a bum ain't worth nothing, but finally you worth 53 or 55 racks. Now you see why you don't see some of them bums that you see right now.
Yeah.
Because it's all a scheme. Fauci, all of them is in it. You hear you got Fauci was in the medical White House board for 45 years. He's a part of the vaccines and all that was fucking people up in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
The AIDS outbreak. That's all Fauci.
Yeah. And now you don't see Fauci no more. Where Fauci at? He ain't popped up on the scene at all.
See, we got to do our facts too, black people. We got to do our research before we talk. We got to know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Stop just believing TV. Do the research. TV is entertainment. That's what it's designed to do. Entertain you. That's why the reality show ain't a reality.
Yeah.
It's scripted.
Yeah.
And just like the shit on TV has been caught scripted. With weather people saying that the wind is more heavier than usual, but people walking past.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game. They out there running. Oh shit, the wind is blowing. We got the hurricane. People just walking past like, damn, this motherfucker. And they got caught. Look it up, people. They got caught live TV doing this with people just walking by in the background.
Yeah. And
he acting like the wind blowing cars by, or he's blowing them away. Come on, yo. COVID is the boogeyman, and just like the Republicans is the boogeyman. Come on, yo. We always got to be scared of Russia. Been scared of Russia since I was a kid in the 80s.
You ain't lying.
My parents were scared of Russia. Russia don't even have a modern aircraft carrier, people. It has to be tugged out by tugboats. We showed this.
Somebody said we're not getting anything out of voting. Jazzy Brown says because black people are not coming out and voting like they should.
Mark, we just talked about that. You got a boatload of black folks showing up at the polls. God, we got to stop pushing this narrative that black folks don't vote. Black folks vote.
Right.
And what they do is they'll put that shit on us. They don't say Asian folks don't vote. They don't say white folks don't vote. They don't say Arabics don't vote. They don't say Mexicans don't vote. They'll say black folks don't vote. And what they'll do is they'll push that shit on us and we'll take the grunt of the whole world. This shit is scripted. America only got two sets of game plans. They'll put that shit on the black folks. Black on black crime. Black folks don't vote.
Right.
Black folks don't eat this. Black folks susceptible to.
Black folks get the COVID more.
Man, if you don't understand that script, and then when you start pushing that narrative, then you'll get targeted real quick. And so the people that's in your circle, you seen this script all the time. Malcolm X got killed within his people that's in his circle. Messed around with Malcolm X. Got him messed up. Martin Luther King, the same way. Every great man in this circle always had a snake. And in 2020, bro, if you got a snake,
right,
if you talking your shit, be the first person to put somebody up on the cross quick as hell. Because the person that look like you,
yeah,
is the person that's after you.
Right.
Black folks vote, man. Black folks are at the polls right now thinking that their vote is gonna get Donald Trump out of office. And tomorrow, I'm telling black folks in America, you can pray, you can pray to Allah, you can do whatever you want to do. America is gonna cheat. Already, that's why I have to remove myself. Dude, Donald Trump has already won. If it look like he not gonna win, then gonna kick in them goddamn electoral votes. It's gonna be a wrap.
We had a conversation before you got here, brother, Mr. Detroit. Me and Judah Awoke Ace here. We was talking about ballot harvesting.
Right. Ballot
Wow.
harvesting.
Talk to him about ballot harvesting.
Well, I mean, they was accusing Kim Worthy of doing
Scoot
the
your
ballot.
mic to the left a little bit.
They was accusing
left.
Kim Worthy of
Down
doing
and to the left.
To the left right here.
Yeah, so to the left. Yeah, there you go. So they can see you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, they was accusing because when we went to sleep,
That's
what
how
was the
she-
candidate she was running?
Her last name Harris.
was in lead when we went to
Wow.
sleep, and like we was talking about, she did the Bush. We woke up and she kicked in on ballot harvesting, and she, all of a sudden when we woke up at 8, she was winning. And so this has been going on for shit. How long? You got Bush did ballot
Oh
harvesting.
yeah, he did that quick.
You know what I'm saying? You got dead people voting. You got houses that's not even there no more. Got 4 people registered. You got lots got people registered in the city of Detroit. So first we got to look at that first before we can say we don't vote in droves. Let's look at the cheating that goes on in Detroit. Look how many people is in here first. It's probably more lots than people.
God, you fucked me up with the worthy joint, B.
It's probably more lots than people. And so, if you can register 4 people to a lot, that's not even there, or the house not even there, the people not even there.
Right.
Then shit, how many other lots or other houses that's got voters in there that's not even
how they fluff the Republicans possibly could
No,
fluff
both
the
of
votes,
them.
right? Or either one could fluff the vote through organ harvesting. I'm sorry, ballot harvesting. Ballot harvesting, right? The car insurance in the city of Detroit and how that affects the voting.
Oh yeah.
Because so many people actually register their addresses outside of the city and the state. I've talked about this many times.
Oh yeah.
To where now they can't vote in their districts because they not even registered as registered as Michigan residents or Detroit residents because they register their address so far out of their district because they need to get cheaper car insurance.
By any means necessary.
So now, Democratic voters are a record low turnout in the city of Detroit. How many times have we heard that?
Man, you gonna hear it. You gonna hear it tomorrow. Watch. You gonna hear it tomorrow. But you've been going by every church. You've been going every
I just rolled past something.
See what I mean?
They was loaded.
Yeah, I mean the church. That's where the voting district is.
So how we ain't voting in
perfecting
droves?
right up the street.
Yeah, we was on 7 Mile.
Yeah.
Right. I just rolled past it.
Slapping.
A few of them. And
Yeah.
what the old Persian high school
You're slapping.
with
Black
the police
folks,
up there.
Yeah, black folks up there voting
Come on, yo.
with the sticker.
Where you
I
see
vote.
them not voting at? Show me. You know what I'm saying? Where they at? That's not where they not voting at. Because they out in droves right now voting.
Man,
So all that, like you said, the narrative of black people don't vote
man.
is some BS, people. You know what I'm saying? That's the news. Stay off that NBC, ABC. You know what I'm saying? World news, man. You got to come with the facts.
Huh.
Just come out in the city and roll around.
Man.
And just take your camera out and start shooting videos and show me where the people not voting.
Yeah.
It'll shock you. Yeah. Here we go. It says what black people need to stop looking for a handout. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's crazy out here though. But we got this COVID boogeyman shit. Now they got this new
Danielle Pinckney. I'm sorry, McKinley said that's true because I just changed mine back to the city just for voting purposes.
See what I mean? See what I mean? And we don't even talk about that.
No.
We don't even talk about that. And I think you got to change it within a certain amount of months.
Yeah.
Just to do that and everything. And listen, I don't blame black folks for doing that because the game that everybody else play, you have to play that if you're trying to survive.
Yeah, you got to survive.
Somebody out there and out there by Great Lakes Crossing paying like $120 for full coverage for 6 cars. Shit, I gotta do my shit out there, man. And then cats be like, man, you got to be honest, man. The game is not set up to be honest. God, black folks vote. Black folks come in droves and vote, man. We just don't get credit for it, man. We just don't get credit for it. And getting back to those electoral votes, I think that what the highest electoral votes is California. California got the highest, right?
California, Texas, New York, Florida, Michigan, Ohio. Them was like, some of the biggest states.
Yeah.
Then you got like
what do they call them? Not the Powerball states, goddamn it. What do they call them?
it's like a good 10 of them, 8 to 10 of them.
What is they call? There's a name for them though.
I think Texas got the most though, right?
I think 50,
or is it Cali?
Cali got 55.
Okay.
Texas got 29.
All right.
New York and Florida got 29. Illinois, Pennsylvania got 20, and weak ass Ohio got 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got. Cause
you
gotta say Ohio got a lot of cities in it.
Michigan got. Now, don't quote me. I think Michigan got only about 9.
Yeah, because Ohio got a lot of major cities. You got Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland. You got a lot of cities.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they said the 6 biggest states that might be flip flopping, that majority of people are targeting is Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Arizona, Florida, and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, they already got them right now. The ballots is fucked up
right
now. The machines is fucking up.
And so Wisconsin got the most COVID patients in the United States of America.
Right.
Them motherfuckers is wilding out. But you remember that narrative they were saying Detroit is the most, and so you have black folks out there worried about that shit. And one thing about black folks play by the rules. You have people walking around with masks every single day. Mm-hmm. But then my boy lived down in Dallas, Frisco. Them motherfuckers out there hooping, walking around, and they got more COVID patients down there than in Detroit. Man, black folks, we gotta wake up, man. We gotta start pushing the envelope. Despite whatever happened tomorrow, black folks is gonna be good, man.
Well, Michigan has 16. Ramone Jackson. Hey, Ramone Jackson, do me a favor, brother, and call in. Ramone Jackson was supposed to be on this panel. He's supposed to be another one on the panel. We got King Cai that's on the way.
Thank you, Ramone.
In, man. But yeah, man, Ramone Jackson, if you would call in, brother, 313-723-0481. Be a part of this conversation.
And the young lady said it's called super delicates. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the COVID deaths has been souped up, man, with a lot of the deaths shark bites, accidents, pneumonia deaths was all added in. So that was a scam too, because that's why you don't hear a lot of people dying from the flu now. Why is that? You don't hear no flu no more?
It's gone.
It's added into the COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that COVID shit that you're hearing right now, the numbers is souped up.
Yeah.
With you'll be surprised what's in there. People that died natural.
Yeah.
They just put COVID on there.
And
I know, because they did my granddad like that.
Yeah. And I work at the hospital. So me walking through the hospital when this shit popped off from March, April, May, June, July, and you start looking at people, here we go, light this boy up, here we go.
What's going on, caller? Who this and where you calling from?
Oh man, this is Ramone Jackson calling from Detroit, man. How you doing,
Ramone Jackson, the Pressure Movement, man. What's going on, bro?
Man, I was tuning in to the live, man, hearing you and the brothers dialogue, man, and having an important conversation about the political infrastructure of our people. I just wanted to call in and to, share some my information with y'all. That's it, brother.
Most definitely, man. As I know, you have some very powerful and heavy information, man. So, again, we're having this conversation about the president, voting for the president. Now, every time you get on the air on your show, the Advocate Hour with Ramone Jackson, every Monday at 5 o'clock on the network, you tell us that it is not the president, indeed, that we should be focused on voting for, man. So let us know what it is. Where should we be spending our industry? Where should we be focused at?
Well, see, what's going on with black people is that we represent 13% of the population. And those elector votes that we talking about, they are won in each state by the popular vote, which that's not us. Michigan is 10 million people. There's only 1.6 million of them black. So we are not the popular vote here in Michigan, and there's no state. Our power will come in us electing Congress members from our area. That's where I vote. That's where we can control and we send them to Washington to represent our interests. When we put a president in there, the president don't push laws and policies and regulations. The people that's already in Congress right now they the ones push laws, policies, and regulations. So we about to re-elect congressional members from our area that's been misrepresenting us. That's because we're not voting scientifically. And then people gonna say voting don't count. And it's not if it's not done scientifically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going on. We got 3 congressional seats that we can control here in the Detroit area: Peters, Brenda Lawrence, and Rashida Tlaib.
So
nobody is talking about.
So we need to attack them 3, right?
They probably, brother, about already voted in. Again, Brenda Lawrence, she already in because she keep going uncontested.
Right.
Nobody ain't even contesting her for a power seat.
So let me ask you.
Go ahead, bro.
So let me ask you this. In 2020, they got the city council coming up. They got the mayor election coming up. So my thing, 2021.
2021, yeah.
So my thing is, and it's kind of like, I'm kind of like pushing this thing that I've been doing for the last couple months about hold the black vote. So it's just a warm up because all I've been doing is throwing like pebbles out there at the water. I know that damn water big as hell. I know that water big as hell. And what I'm trying to do is just get it going. So in 2021, the council people, the people on the east side, I don't know what side of town you on. You on the west side or the east side?
I'm on the west side.
Okay, and I'm on the west side. So what I'm looking at, I'm trying to target all of the state reps, all of the council people. I'm trying to get the people on the west side to say, hey, listen, we need to pimp some of these city council people, state reps. We gonna tell you what we want, and if you not willing to do that, we not fucking with you. And you have to come when we say come. If you don't come, we going to the next person. We gonna put somebody in office that's gonna do exactly what we want to do, and that's holding the black vote. So when 2021 come, we already warmed up because people hate me when I'm telling them hold the black vote. So this black vote is finna get flipped in the city of Detroit, where we can control every area that we need as far as dealing with black folks.
Well, brother, I'm already running for mayor in the city of Detroit.
Well, we got the mayor right here. We talking to the mayor right here.
Me and the brother Mark be talking about him running for city council in District 3, because that's the district the brother Mark in.
And we got to I'm listening.
Go ahead.
We got to get Gabe Leland up out of here, man. He in my
Gabe
district.
Leland is in my district too. That's District 7. I did a recall on Gabe Leland and did nobody support us. I was the only one recalled him.
I'm off Dexter,
and got the language approved.
What? When was this?
Yeah, this was when it first happened. This was when he got caught up in that little situation, right? Yeah, but Gabe Leland's track record is all the way bold on multiple levels. But we did a recall. We got 1,800 signatures. What they did was they got it set up where when you recall a city council member, the governor set it up where you need 25% of the governor votes in that district. Mm-hmm. So you ask yourself, why would they tie a governor to a city council member? Because they know a governor gonna obtain way more votes in a district than a city council member, which is why now you need 25% of 25,000 votes.
How can we change that back? How can we change that?
The only way that can be changed is that if the governor sign an executive order changing it, or enact the law, or we get it on the ballot and get it changed through the legislature. And the problem becomes like this. People got to be aware that throughout the state, we don't got enough black people in this state to change state laws, because we don't make up the majority in land. Our majority is only in black cities like Detroit, Inkster, East Point, Southfield, Oak Park, Benton Harbor, Flint. We got to take over those local cities where we the majority and control all the money that comes in from the federal into the state and the money we give to local authority. And that's how we can prosper as a people.
Well, you know, I can make a suggestion that a lot of Detroiters, or in some of these areas that you naming, don't really know they state reps how they look.
Yeah,
they don't know how the city councilmen look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They barely know the name. They just not finding out who Gary Peters is because he blasted on TV all day.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is just like how some of the white people do. They put you on social media. They put a list of who's the people right here. These are city council. These are state. Okay, if you ain't doing your job, then we got to blast you.
There we go.
We got to continuously blast you. We got to blast you on every group on social media. Let the people know. Inform them. Keep blasting them on what they doing. So
on
the
7Mile Radio. On 7Mile Radio.
Say, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, damn. I didn't know that person was in my district. And I just seen it on Facebook on one of the groups on that he had a scandal or he ain't doing this. Well, damn, I didn't know McAllister was my city councilman. I didn't know Brenda Lawrence was over here. They don't even know who. I guarantee you, most of the kids don't know who Brenda Lawrence is. They don't know how she look.
Most of the adults don't know.
They don't know how she look.
I do that on my Facebook page for years. I got, if you go to all I got on my Facebook page is things pertaining to federal, state, and local officials.
Well, what we need to do is create the list. And so we can print it out every year. Let's get the hit list. Okay, this person is doing what they do. And we have to make, you know what I'm saying, analyze these people. Like saying, well, what is they doing? We have to, like, create a pictorial list.
Yeah.
That way we know who's who and who's doing what. Because if we can just yell out names all day, but if we see a picture flashed in front of our face of this person not doing this, then I think we start reacting to some of this.
Brother, hey, I go further, brother. I go down. I got videos on Facebook where I go confront them in their offices where we have dialogues.
Right. I had to do the same to McAllister
about they doing about what they doing. So I'm talking about multiple major situations that's going on. So we are, you know, so what got to happen is that
like Alyssa said, like a report card. We need a report card on some of these people. They do it on the Lions and the sports. They do it on all. You know what I'm saying? The defense is rated a C-. We got to start rating some of these people. What is they doing in this?
Some of these politicians.
Yeah, what is Gary Peters doing? He get a C-. He get a C-. So we need to go for the A. We need to get to this person.
They voting records. Well, one thing, see, this is what I do with all of them. I first identify as a black people. We have to identify what it is. See, science is a part of this. That's why they got political science.
Right,
it's
analytics.
Science to this. Yeah. So what happens is that everybody got to be departmentalized. People got to understand who is who, what they control, what money they control. That's just like this. You have city, county members, city officials running for city council. And they running saying they want to help better our schools. And that's not the job. That's not anything to better the schools. If you want to better the schools, you got to run for school board. They run talking about everything besides what they do with their job. And that's to control the money and the Look, nobody will run for politics if they wasn't going to control the money and the resources.
Yeah.
Everybody is trying to get their hands on a pot of money. And I'm going to tell you this, they can never tell you that they're trying to get their hands on a pot of money because then nobody would trust them. So you know what they do? They talk about everything besides the money. So people don't know that it's about controlling. Every one of them votes on millions of dollars. That is 90% of their job, not shit else.
Right.
They are voting on millions of our dollars directly. So when a council member come forward and they come in front of us, they say, put me in office, I want to do that. And they don't talk about, look, man, I'm about to take these millions. When my vote comes to disperse all y'all money, I'm going to make sure it come to you. When they come to disperse y'all profit sharing money, y'all grant money, I'm giving it to y'all. If they not talking like that, they got to beat it. Don't even talk to us.
You brought up
That's what we gotta do.
You brought up a real interesting point, bruh. Last time you were on the air a couple of days ago about the what was it? The East Indian individual who was running for office right here in this area, who actually spent more money on advertisement for his campaign than he would made in the first year of the campaign. Now, why would someone spend more money?
That's right. That's right.
To advertise, to promote himself, to get a seat that wouldn't even earn him as much money as he spent to campaign for that seat.
Was somebody in for the city council?
Sri Tenadar.
No, he talking about the state rep guy.
Oh, you talking about Sri?
Yeah, Sri. He spent more campaigning than he did that he gonna get paid, and it's about the power and the position. But that's just like the school board members. You got school board members that got big old bulletin boards off major freeways. Yeah, he ran for governor too.
He ran for governor.
I remember
governor and then he lost.
Yeah, he first tried when he ran for governor, he ran into that one issue. He understood that this is an all-white state. Blacks couldn't put him in. That's why he had to revamp. So he revamped and came under state rep and said, I'm still going to Lansing now, but I'm going to just let blacks carry. And in that position, blacks can carry him straight in. He didn't know that he needed whites to carry him. No, he won.
He lost.
He lost the governor, but he came back and ran state. He came back and ran the state rep, and he won the primaries in the state rep election. So he's going on right now to be decided if he's going to be the state rep right now.
In what district? In Detroit?
Yeah.
In Detroit. That's what I'm saying. This all happened since he lost the governor election.
Yeah, but a lot of the gentrifiers too. You got to say, because when I went to the polls the other day, I see a lot of people voting at these polls that shit you don't even know they stayed in your neighborhood. Yeah, it's called the gentrifiers.
They moved a lot of people in, but they don't got enough population in to carry. He used clearly black people to get him elected. His whole staff was black. He needed black. Anybody who running in Detroit, they need black people.
District
period.
3.
There's no other race. There's no race to carry no election here right now.
It's zero East Indian population on the east side.
It's zero East Indian population. It's zero East Indian population in Detroit. Period.
And the young lady said he in District 3.
He in District. He ran. I think.
Farmington Hills.
Yeah. Farmington Hills. District. So they know you got, in order to get in a seat in Detroit, you need black people. So that's why Gary Peters, he a senator seat. He needs black people. He covered Hamtramck, Southfield, which is predominantly black, east portion of Detroit, and Grosse Pointe, Detroit, Hamtramck, and another in Pontiac. He got 3 predominantly black cities carrying him. So he needs the black vote. Some other cities can't carry him.
That's why the hit list is important. We need to make that pictorial hit list. We need to create it on social media. So we got to get them on social media so we can start seeing who's who, what they do. Because like you explaining it to us now, but shit, we didn't know where they at, who's District 3 or who's a part of this.
The number one person,
a lot of people don't do the research that deep.
The number one person on the hit list for me is Mike Duggan. Mike Duggan.
That's the number one.
That's the number one person I need to be gone. I don't care nothing about anybody else. I don't care about no
CEO.
CEO. Oh yeah. He need to be taken out quick. But
we got everything on him to take him out too.
Oh yeah.
We got everything to take him out.
He got worse than what Kwame got, but that marriage got swept up under the rug quick as hell. When he got divorced, didn't nobody hear about that no more on Channel 4, Channel 2, Channel 7. Nobody talked about that.
Hey, bro, we got him on some stuff that's far more severe. I don't even talk about
with the land bank.
Oh yeah,
the land bank issue on how they was tearing down houses 2 times or 3 times more than what they were supposed to be tearing it down for. It's costing like 15, 20 grand. It's supposed to be costing like 7 to 10.
Yeah. But Mike Duggan, it just seemed like Mike Duggan had bought a lot of Negroes, and we talked about this.
But but let's go back though. See, this is all the politics of Detroit. We can say white or black, but this has been going on when we had the power.
Oh yeah,
with the Kwame issue.
But let me
Dave Bain.
let me say this to us. The problem is that's going on in Detroit is that I just put the list up there on what the numbers is. In 2016, you had 256,000 people went and voted for Hillary Clinton. That's over 50% of our voting population here. But you know, but come next year in the mayoral election, guess how many people went and voted? 70,000 people. So the problem is that we go vote in the just like tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come out. But next year, so this is the problem. We never having more than a 15 to 18% local voter turnout, and they buying 12% of that.
But you know what I think Detroit is having a problem on? We vote on popular names. Because that's how Mary Wells was in city council, and she said, they said, why are you not showing up to some of these meetings? She said, I got concerts with Motown. I don't need to show up. And this bitch was on goddamn city council. That's the problem. How did she get in there?
In general, that's the problem for us in general.
Dave Bing too, because he was a Piston.
Yeah, we don't understand politics control our life. When we understand the science of politics and how much money is involved in it, then that's when most of us gonna get involved. If you got only two people out of 10 that will even show up to cheer, then that's our problem right there locally. Most of the young people don't even care, never voted locally, don't care locally, don't know who their council members is. A lot of them don't even know who the mayor is.
That's why we need to create that hit list where we got everybody on that list. And what I think, too, it should be passed around to all the black activists, to all the groups that's in Detroit, because they need to be informed of what these people doing. And then I think some of these people start straightening it up, because if we come with the paperwork on them, shit, the proof is in the pudding.
And then at the end of the day,
hey, listen, the paperwork is out there, bro. That list is out there to a lot of these groups. That's why I'm glad we linking up, because we can link up, and you're gonna see a lot of these groups know about the people, and they still embrace them, and a lot of them still got the people,
and they need to be called out quick. They need to be called out quick.
Many. Let me tell you something. I done discovered this because I push the hardest of the hardest issues. Me and the group I'm with, we push the depression movement. We push the hardest of the hardest issue. And I'm gonna tell you this: 90% of the activists here in Detroit are fraud.
Oh yeah.
Fraud.
Them the joints I was saying.
Right.
Them the people that's in the camp that will get you, like, they infiltrate the camp and they will get you eliminated. They will get you killed. Man,
yeah, for sure.
I can imagine that. I can imagine that.
Okay. So when you go on to them with the serious issues, like everything laid out on the mayor, like factual proof on how he raped and robbed us out of hundreds of millions of dollars, 10 times what. I got a court case in on him, me and the brothers from the pressure movement, where he took out loans on our houses without our permission, all kind of crazy stuff. But if we can't get the people to support it, and you can prove it.
And they overcharged. I mean, they overcharged with the tax. Remember, they was overcharging. They was overcharging the city of Detroit.
Still is.
I mean, we overtaxed, and so remember we were supposed to get a refund.
What he did was that started with not Kwame. It started with actually Bean.
Yeah,
so he don't take the credit for it, because when he ran his campaign off reassessing people property and establishing, so he didn't start that. That's why. But what he did do is one of the brothers on the panel today mentioned the overpricing of the demolition program. I don't know which one of y'all was speaking on that, but what he did was he took the money that was sent to Detroit from the federal government, because that's how we go. It was the hardest hit funds money, and it was sent under the Obama administration to stop the foreclosure crisis when we had the housing crisis. They sent that sucker $260 million, Mayor Douglas.
We got to also blame some of the Chaldeans that I've been finding that's investing into a lot of these scams that's been going through the city too. Let's talk about the Chaldeans. The Chaldeans, that's every time we with an activist going to these gas stations, they paying for funerals real quick.
Well, see, the Chaldeans,
they all connected. Happen. They connected with Duggan.
Yeah, but see, I understand, but nothing can happen without without our city, our city officials. Like any building, anything happen down here, the Chaldeans, we know as a community that they don't stand with us. Black people, we know that. I mean, we can sit up there and fake it all I want, and we can call them our brothers, but they not. Don't matter how much you say they your brother, you not they brother.
What district is Talib in?
That repeatedly.
What district is Talib in?
Rashida Talib. You talking about Rashida Talib?
Is she over there in Southwest?
She actually covers as a Congress member. They cover portions. They don't cover districts like that. She cover a portion of.
But didn't they rewrite the districts for her to get in? They rewrote the district.
Well, when they redistrict, what they did, this is what they did.
District
13. When they redid, she in Congressional District 13. We got two. We got District 13 and District 14.
So
that's on. That's Brenda. District 13 covers like Dearborn, portions of Detroit,
Dearborn.
portions. Yeah, it also covers portions of other cities too. So what they did with the gerrymandering and redistricting is they took our cities. Let me tell you, you got to have a certain amount of population.
That's
to get
what
a
I think.
congressional
She got
seat.
in when they redid it so she can get the Latino vote. That's how she got in.
Well, no, they don't got Latino. Don't got her. She didn't. It's no vote put nobody in but black votes. Latinos is only 8% of the population in Detroit. They ain't put her in. Black people put her in.
Okay.
She got all Congress members. She got all Conyers votes, the black Conyers vote.
Right.
Brenda Jones lost the hope of the people. So she didn't get enough people. Them congressional seats, it takes hundreds of thousands of people to put them in them congressional seats. Donald Trump he passed a law in 2018 where now you need 700,000 people for each congressional seat.
Wow.
So that's what expanded it now to make us have to go and not be able to just use our black population. Because now what? We don't got 700,000 black people nowhere, so it makes us have to wrestle with white other politicians for the
She
power.
do Detroit, Inkster, Garden City, Dearborn Heights, and Westland.
Yeah.
Dearborn Heights, a lot of heavy Muslim Chaldean neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Also, they in parts of Detroit, and I would say out there in Westland.
Yeah, but see, black out in that whole community right there, the black vote is the dominant out of all that what she covered.
Right.
Because Dearborn don't got the population. None of them cities got the population. We talking about 700,000 in one place. This vote right here is your main one. If somebody came here and got all the votes here, they're a stumper. That's just like Peters. Peters got Hamtramck. He got Grosse Pointe, but he got Pontiac, Detroit, and the Lower East Side. We can't win with just Grosse Pointe and Hamtramck.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that's what we was talking about with the voting harvesting. I mean, some of these districts can be taken over. That's what they accused Kim Worthy of doing. When we went to sleep, we woke up. She was in the lead, same as the Bush deal with this voting harvesting, with the dead votes, the lot votes.
Let me tell you this real quick about what we got to understand about county seats. In Wayne County, black is not the majority. So anytime we talking about somebody who locked blacks up on the county seat, yeah, she can get votes. And you like what we know black people don't like because black people ain't voting her in. White people is. The county, see, black people, we got to know our population because that's how we going to know our power. Most of our population is centralized in the whole state of Michigan in the Metro Detroit area. So when you go outside of Metro Detroit, we nothing. And then in Wayne County, we are not the majority. Blacks is not the majority in Wayne County. So when you talking about a seat that covers Wayne County, you talking about a predominantly white county. And so if you talking about somebody that's doing something against blacks, you know she can get the votes. So that's what we got to understand our power. Those on the county seats. Detroit control all city seats, city clerk, city council, mayor. We control the congressional seats too, because we got the population to control the congressional seats too, and the state rep seats. We got to focus on those seats. The judges, the prosecutors. I talked to the lady I was back and forth with the sister Shakara Hawkins about running for judge, and I explained to her. I said, how can you stop the school to prison pipeline when you duty bound as a judge to follow the elements of the crime and sentence people to prison?
Right.
You're not looking for the origin of the crime. You're looking for the elements of the crime. You got to meet the elements of robbery. Did this person pull a gun out? Did he disarm a gun? You ain't looking at what was your circumstances surrounding why you went and robbed. You understand it? So we got to understand those positions. We do need fair and just people in those positions, but we got to understand what they can and cannot do. If you're sitting on that bench, you are there to send people to prison. Make no sense about it.
So what's Kim Worthy?
I'll say this though, bro. If I can, I think that one reason why I think I know we talked earlier about whether you should vote or not vote, but one reason I think you should vote is because I think that they do that though. Like I know what you're saying in terms of like they have to follow the elements of the crime, but when you look at I guess justice or injustice or the justice system or whatever as it stands, I think it's because they look at that context. They look in and they see like there's a reason why you could get a different sentencing for cocaine than you do for crack. You know what I'm saying? Like that's context. You know what I'm saying? Like they understand who's doing what drug. You know what I mean? So like I think that context is not lost in there. Like I understand that for us, a lot of the times it is the letter of the law, which is why we find ourselves kind of behind that A-ball a lot of the times. But like even if you watch, what's that little Netflix documentary that was out about my man who killed his whole family? You know what I'm saying? He killed his wife and he killed his, something American Murder or whatever it was. But then when you look at the sentencing at the end of that whole thing, right? You look at who got sentenced for what, right? Or no, not even that. What was the one where the mom and the daughter's boyfriend killed the husband, and the daughter's boyfriend was black, right? And you look at the sentencing behind that. The mom was the mastermind behind that, but the one who ended up getting the longest term out of anyone was a little black kid, right? But the daughter, where you look at the passion, how many times they stabbed, they said that was a crime, that clearly was a crime of passion, right? So you would imagine one of the family members probably had done the most heinous of the crimes, but the one who got the longest sentencing was the little black kid. So context matters. And I think for us, a lot of the times what we have to understand is that it doesn't appear to us as if we're winning, because we're not winning, because we are not the ones who get to tell the story. It's not our narrative. Right, so we're not the ones who get to paint the picture. We're not the ones who are handing down the sentences for these things. And so then when the crime gets handed out and the news story comes out, they get to paint the picture however they see fit.
That's how with the Louisville thing with the girl that got murdered by the Louisville cops. The drywall got what's her name? Breonna Taylor. Yeah. When they was shooting into her apartment, and then a bullet went through the drywall. They were saying the drywall was worth more than her life, because when the prosecutor came out with the charges, they charged the one cop only because that bullet went through the drywall into their house, and so absolutely. The drywall was worth more. The neighbor's life that was in back of him was worth more than the girl that got shot up.
I mean, and even when you look at that whole scenario, right, even when they talk about, even if you look at it from their perspective of he shot first at the police, first and foremost, he fired at the ground as a warning shot. That's how my man got injured in the leg, because he fired at the ground. But even beyond that, if someone breaks into your home unannounced, what are you supposed to do?
Well, we understand
what you supposed to do.
We're not a part of the. It all goes back to we're not a part of the Constitution.
Which is why I say it's important. Which is why I think it's important that you cast your local vote, at the very least, because those are the people who get to make those decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely. I agree with you, and my point in that was to say that when we voting, we must know not only who we voting for, but what it is that they can do to help us. Because sometimes we asking people to do things. That's just like this. Nobody knows that the school board get $1 billion, close to $1 billion of our money every year. Nobody knows that. And so they don't know that that's why they running for an unpaid position.
Yeah, but
Because,
that's where it's
they don't
important
pay
for the
them.
paperwork to be. So if you look at the white population in America, they inform their people with the paperwork. They put it on people like Alex Jones. They put it on Root Bart. They put it on websites. They inform their people, and so we have to
Well,
start
they got the same
informing our
method.
people.
But we got to be
They got
informing
the
our
same
people,
method.
like not
This
just
what's
on the
going on,
elections.
look.
We got to be every day,
on everything.
Yeah, every night.
That's
we got to
what
be
I'm
with our
saying.
kids. Every day, we got to be, pushing those sorts of narratives.
The values. The values
absolutely.
is important, but we also got to know who's who in our districts.
Yeah.
Who's our
We-
state
they-
reps.
They go through the same method. Everybody, all these local governments and municipalities and communities go through the same method of putting their information up. That's just like if you want to find out everything about any of the people that's running for office, the money that's coming in, the information that in Detroit is available, just like the information in Livonia is available. The thing is, we don't got enough people that know that this is how their money is being redistributed, and this is how they develop in their community. So they don't know the importance of following that money. If they don't know they got a group of money coming in that they dumping this in some people's hands, just imagine this: you got $4 billion to $5 billion that every couple years we vote or we fail to vote to give people control over this money every year. We don't know that when we vote people in the school board, we telling them we trust them to direct $1 billion of our money, literally our money. We don't know that when we vote for a city council member and a mayor, we saying, look, chump, we about to put you in control of $2 billion annually of all our money coming in and all our property and resources. What are you gonna do for us?
That's why we got to
don't
come
know
with that report card, because every every 6 months we need to grade them. That way, if we put this all out on
let's do it then.
Hey,
let's get it.
I'm gonna say this too, though, man. I think that once almost kind of like a rich dad poor dad sort of thing. I think once we began to participate in that and have a real vested interest in that, then we can stop saying them and we can start putting our own candidates in these positions. Because I'm gonna tell you something that I think is really interesting. When you go vote, cast your vote, even right now, if you go for this general election, you can go vote. Most of the judges are running unopposed.
Right.
Like they'll say, you get to pick two. You get to vote for two. There are two positions available, and there are only two people running. So the people who are making these decisions in the courts, handing these sentences down, they're running unopposed. Right? Even though Rashida Tlaib is clearly maybe a different Democrat than what we're used to, which is something we definitely need, is some new blood in that party for sure. Right. But she ran unopposed. I mean, not now in this particular, but the first time she ran unopposed. And so what I'm saying is that even though voting has not always paid off for us, because we are oftentimes having to vote against someone instead of voting for someone.
And voting emotional.
And we vote emotionally. And we vote by name recognition and all those sorts of things. Awesome. But once we get a better mentality behind that, and then we start maybe saying, hey, you know what? Let me put my name into the hat. You know what I'm saying? And then we start being able to vote for candidates that we can vote for, as opposed to just being like, you know what? I'm going to vote against. Because now, to be honest, like even in this election, I would have to vote against Donald Trump because Kamala Harris is the ops. Just like Donald Trump is the ops. You know what I'm saying? And Kamala looked like us.
But
you know what I'm saying? But she the ops too, though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So but I would have to vote against something. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to voting for something. But if we can start a different mentality, then we can maybe vote for a candidate.
But you know what? This conversation right here, because I'm holding my vote. My vote is worth $10 billion. This conversation right here by the gods, and I love this conversation because I be telling cats all the time, traveling. God, we waking up. The gods is coming. It's just a matter of time before this get to rolling. And once this get to rolling, can't nobody stop it.
Let me say this, dude.
What you were saying, Ramone?
I'm running as a candidate for mayor of Detroit. and I'm running on this platform, simple as this. Every year, $2.1 billion of y'all money will be given directly to me from y'all. Majority of it gonna come clearly from you all hands to my hands. And then some gonna come from the state and the federal government. And that's gonna be as a result of all the taxes y'all pay to the state. So it's all y'all money being given to me. I'm telling y'all, I'm asking y'all to trust me with it. And in return, I will make sure that that money, everything about that, is clearly for y'all, to benefit y'all, because it's y'all. So I would make sure all contracts that we need to service us with this money will be contract through y'all who gave me this money. First and foremost, I would make sure all grant money come to me that come to help y'all will go clearly to y'all with no criterias on that. And that's what I make a solemn oath. And I tell Mark to run as District 3. He only needs how many votes, Mark? No more than 6,500 votes to take that clown out.
7,000 votes.
Got it. As of right now.
7,000 votes, take that clown out. And you know what Mark could do? When I disperse the money to y'all, Mark could be one of the people that say, look at the documents and say, I agree that that money is going to my people. So I sign my
available, Mark, for you to run next year?
2021.
Yeah, it's available for Mark next year. And I told Mark can beat him.
We need to get that going. We on the west side.
Hey, I got 70,000 Facebook followers. Hey, man. I think I can get 7,000 votes.
Yeah, you might can make it work.
Bro. I think I can get 7,000 votes, bro.
Gay Leland, we could take Gabe Leland out in our district.
We're gonna make sure he gets.
You say what about Gabe Leland? Because I'm targeting that dude.
Gabe Leland 7,000 votes too. And it's 100,000 people in that district. He won with only 7,000 votes.
That's my district over there.
Mr. Detroit, there you
Mine
go.
Too. So we don't got nothing to take him out. 10,000 votes to take him out. 10,000 votes. 7,000 votes. 7,000 votes to take two of them out. 6,000 votes to take because Castellano Lopez out, who was in District 6, Southwest Detroit. She won with 4,900 votes. This is what we giving up. For nothing.
So this is what we doing as of today, November this 3rd, right?
Right.
We speaking into existence, bro. You already the mayor. We speaking into existence. I'm the man of God. You the mayor as we speak right now. Mark.
Okay.
You city council.
We need 70,000.
7-Mile Radio.
7-Mile Radio, bro, has been blown up. I don't know what district you in, bro. God over there, Detroit.
Judah.
Zap.
Judah.
What?
I don't know what district you in.
I'm over there. I forget my district. It's McAllister District. Which McAllister?
District 2.
District 2.
Yeah.
District 2. Let me tell you, McAllister and James Tate, they got the most votes out of everybody besides the at large. They got, but they only got.
It's a huge, because I deal with a lot of the.
But they still ain't get over. You need 12,000 to take them out. It's not a whole lot.
Neighborhood people that's over there.
So we speaking.
But they still only one with 12,000 though. It's still only 12,000.
A lot of people over there vote. There's a lot of districts. I mean, it's a lot of areas that vote in that district over there. I know that.
Yeah.
District 2.
But see, 12,000. We got 12,000 out of 88,000 people.
Right.
That's what he won by. And McAllister done lost a lot of his voters since then. So I'm gonna tell you, I know for a fact he don't got 12,000 voters with all he done did and all the signs.
Well, let's come with that sheet and start blasting them. Let's create the conglomerate. That's what we need to do.
Well, let's do it, man.
Let's create
ready.
These sheets and put them out on social media
on
everywhere.
7Mile Radio.
It's everywhere though. We got to go on all the platforms too. 7Mile Radio gonna be the main.
Right. So that's right, and all our Facebook pages too.
So you see how.
And we got to start rolling up with the cameras and putting them on blast.
And you see how I've been pushing this hold the black vote in 2020. You see how this just flipped and it's became locally to the point where as of today, we controlling it right now, man. We can do what we need to do as far as like helping everybody in the city of Detroit to make this thing grow. And the first target is Mike Duggan. And you got that, bro.
And listen, and this is how I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this before we depart. Detroit is a public corporation. I'm not saying that. That's what is marked down on the book.
Oh, yeah.
So every corporation got to have a CEO and a board of directors. They got budgets, they got money, they got revenue. That's what those positions are. All the resources that's in the land bank, those are our resources. The citizens, the black residents of Detroit, how they are residents, how everything is ours. Every police car, every police vest, gun, every building, it's ours because the last 40 years, our tax money has kept this whole city funneling. We have bought every police car, bought every building, maintenance every building, maintenance everything. We kept everything up after the whites left.
And we were never broke, were we? We were never broke.
We was never broke. We was always, listen, when Tommy Young was here, the budget right now that I'm asking for was $2 billion. But when Coleman was here, it was more like $3.8 billion every year. Because what? You had double the population that you got right now.
People in the city, though.
That's right. So you have more people paying taxes. You have more people paying taxes. See, look, the money, the revenue stream from the government comes from taxes. That's it. Whether it's sales taxes, property taxes, utility taxes, income taxes. So the more people you got the more people what? Paying taxes.
Yep.
The more money. So Coleman them had more money.
Right.
So man, let's get started, brothers. This is a good platform. Let's come together, get that list together.
Oh yeah.
Put it out. I already got the list already though. I got all the lists.
We got to put it on one with their faces on it and what they do periodically. What they do, and if it got to come out every month.
Yeah. So, and whoever's the incumbent, we need to put what they track record is.
What they track record, what they doing, and they just got to start right.
How available were you? We'll show attendance record for the votes.
Right.
What did you vote on? You know,
we need all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we need to just create, a social media where we blast that on there, and we start sending it all through the groups and inform the people.
Yeah.
Well, to get us started. To get us started, everybody in office already got everything on them, and I already got their pictures and their whole track record. Anybody that's running for office, I know everything about them, what they did. We already ahead of the game. Only thing, anybody step forward right now that's running, I know everything about them. So we ahead of the game. All we got to do is start putting that list out.
We need the pictures. Because like I said, I didn't even know how McAllister looked until I went to one of them rallies at the Coney. I think it was on 7 Mile or 6 Mile where the person got shot. And he tried to hand me a business card. And I said, I don't take business cards. You work for me. I don't take your business card. Man, the first thing I did is whoop out the camera. Because I got to document this.
I'm glad you told him that, man.
This is on Cross Woodward. The one with the Coney Island where he got shot.
Hey, brother, I got a video with me and McAllister where I confronted him about something he did. You know what this joker told me? He said to me, Brother Ramone, I said, he admitting that they done borrowed $250 million on our houses illegally. And he basically like, fuck it. It's done. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's just over with.
We got to start rolling up like cheaters.
Yeah.
You know how cheaters roll up?
Oh yeah,
with the cameras. We got to just start because it's free. The cameras is free. We have these phones we got. This is free media.
Yeah.
So we can just start rolling up and start adding that to the hit list page. Well, this is McAllister. Look at them on the hit list page, and we can create this Detroit hit list page with all of them on there and upload the videos to it. This is what they doing. Where they got a budget, put a little story to it. And send the video because a lot of people don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have Wi-Fi, but they got a cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
So they looking up on their stories like, oh, shit, who's McAllister?
Let's link up. Let's link up and let's get, just like I say, the information. A lot of we already ahead. We just got to really get it in more network because there's all the information on all of them already. It's already out there. Yeah.
Structure the shit and send it out and and just get it going because it's cheap. We don't need hardly no money for free media that's out there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then you got all them groups within the social media sites.
We already got a platform with thousands of viewers.
Right. We got 7-Mile Radio. We own 7-Mile Radio. So we use all these media platforms and start blasting them out. Every time I'm coming with the list, like, you know, shit. Today, you know, this month, Talib didn't do this. And we put our picture up, and then we're going to put the story up on that site.
Yeah.
That way people can know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we just let's set up a day outside so we can start, you know, getting together with the people we with, and we come forward and start putting that list together, because it's time to go forward now on the local election.
Yeah, we got Mark running for city council, man. We gonna take that over, Mark.
I'm on Mark about it, man.
Stay on his ass, bro.
I was dedicating a whole advocate hour to just strictly building with Mark about everything, because I know everything about how
we're gonna do the meet and greets. Mark meet and greet.
So it's officially Mark for City Council.
Oh man, here we go.
Mark for City Council.
Bam, here we go,
Mark
baby.
for City Council. Hey, Mark, I just asked you, would you vote? I'm bumped the City Council. Hey, Mark, would you kindly vote on $2.1 billion of our money? My money dumped into that. Would you kindly vote to get that shit back to us?
Brother.
That's all I'm asking you. All that other stuff, I don't care nothing about it. I care clearly. Would you do that, brother?
We need our own people too inside that can tell us what's going on, because we, you know what I'm saying, it's feel like that, like the people that's in these offices, we don't even know them.
That's man.
So we need our own people inside, kind of like a mole inside there, so they can tell us what's going on and start outing them from the inside.
And the thing about what we need to do is, if you not with it, you got to be removed.
Yeah, they hire. You can't get them all in there because they hire whoever they want to hire.
No, I'm talking about that. If Mark run for city council and he win, he's going to start telling us right up front live what's going on. Right. And so we going to create that movement. Mark is up there telling us they stealing money, so we got to show up.
And Mark, if Mark don't, Mark got to be held accountable. If Mark don't do what he's supposed to do, we love Mark. But we gotta bury
Mark. Gotta go.
Mark gotta go.
Listen to me. Y'all give me one as a mayor. This how it go. You can't recall me or Mark for the first year. That's the law. But after 12 months, if I ain't start building businesses and Mark signing up on business and y'all immediately start seeing development, y'all recall my ass.
I'm on it in 3 and 6 months, because you gotta show up to the meetings. If you ain't showing up to the meetings, you better be sick.
Gotta have a town hall or two.
Hey,
right.
Hey, look, in the first, right after inauguration, we start building. We don't need nobody else. We don't gotta wait to ask nobody for nothing. Y'all give the money to me. I'm cool with my pay too. Listen, I'm not letting nobody get y'all money. Y'all gonna give me a $5 million budget, $170,000 a year, a nice, beautiful mansion off the water, and a fleet of new trucks. That's what y'all give me to watch and monitor your money. I'm gonna watch it and monitor it with my life, plain and simple. Ain't nobody getting a dime of that money but y'all. Y'all, gas stations, stores, everything going up. Dispensaries, gas stations, stores, oil change places, every grocery stores. Y'all getting grant money to start them immediately. Automatic car washes immediately. We don't even got to do the inauguration. Fuck the inauguration. Let's go to work. We got the money right here.
We can take that inauguration money and put it into the hood
quickly.
We don't need no party.
Now we going to work, brother. We so behind it, trying to get to work. So yeah, bro. Now I'm gonna say
hold on. You see how God brought this together, man. God brought this together. You came in last, and it's been lit up ever since you walked in. We needed you on here, man.
Right.
We needed you.
Y'all had a good vibe.
No. It's then got better because the gods is in the building today, man. The gods is in the building. This is ordained, man.
The gods is in the building, man.
This is ordained, man.
I love that talk.
And
the gods is in the building.
We were just talking about this that God's black men is stepping up.
We need the sisters, but once we step up, everybody else follow.
The queens
They gonna come.
They
That's
just
right.
looking
They
for
gonna
guys
come.
for
Man.
leadership.
That's
They just
right.
want you to
That's
be
right.
real.
That's right.
That's
They
all
gonna come.
the queens
They
want us to.
gonna
They
come.
want us to stop playing
They
games.
gonna
They
come.
ready for us to be real.
Man,
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all. I want to hit y'all with this ancient axiom before we go. It's an ancient axiom. It say that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Right.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
for sure.
We ready, and the teachers is here. We ready, y'all. Let's go.
Hey, just if I can, because I would hate to miss this opportunity, man. I would like to get y'all opinions on something right quick though.
Drop it, God.
So, in the morning, or maybe not even in the morning, given that this is probably going to be a different sort of election cycle, we'll say in 2 weeks, right? But maybe even in the morning, or maybe even tonight, I don't know. But once, let's say Donald Trump loses and he decides that, I don't
You think he's
so.
gonna lose?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
I
I'm
think
looking.
so.
I'm looking at it from a guy's standpoint.
Okay.
He gonna win
Okay.
because black folks has put too much trust in America. He's gonna win because black folks don't want to remove themselves from America. He's gonna win because black folks don't want to leave Egypt.
Right.
God has already told you.
So you think that this is a penance?
No. This is Egypt.
But we in the Jubilee, that the year after the Jubilee too, and we also got that the Carrington thing. There's a lot of stuff coming up. The Carrington event coming. There's a lot of.
You got the pandemic.
I think he's gonna lose.
No, I think he's gonna win because the only way to get to God is through black people. God, and I've been on my Detroit Stand Up podcast pushing it. God is waiting for us to stand up.
Right.
God ain't waiting for white folks. God ain't waiting for Arabs. God ain't waiting for Asians. God is like black people.
Because look, during the COVID, a lot of black people was getting smacked up.
Man.
And then, it just changed all of a sudden. Because I said, how long are we going to sit there and take this when the other side of town wasn't getting smacked up? They was handing out masks. And so the tables turned instantly once we woke up. Riots started happening. The kids started fucking letting the zoo animals out. They was running cops over.
Man, we the gods.
They was killing cops in their cars.
I want to say this. I want to give some factual understanding on the election. I already ran the recent polls.
Okay.
The recent poll that was done, I'm gonna say this as of yesterday. If they would have let it stand as it was, not only Biden stomped him 356 to 180 something. Stomped him, and 270 is needed.
Right.
And that's what's reported. I'm gonna tell you what happened. The Democrats manipulated not just black people, but the whole country.
Right, with the scare tactics.
Hold on, wait, where you go? You here?
They manipulated people to believe that. See, you got a lot of people switched over from voting Republican to voting Democrat based on they disdain for Trump. And that's based on the narrative that the media spreaded about Trump. So what they did was turn more people.
Voting against Trump.
Right. Yeah, they turned more people. Yeah, they turned more people to vote Democrat. It was a scare tactic. Trump racist. Trump allowed COVID-19. Trump didn't do this.
The real racists is the ones behind that. The real boogeyman.
Real racists was the ones behind that whole propaganda.
See, what we got to understand, first and foremost, we don't have a horse in this race. Right. Like, Democrats ain't for us, so Republicans ain't for us.
So let me ask you this.
We don't got a horse in this race.
So if you don't have a horse in it, why the fuck is you fucking in it?
Because
why you in it?
I'm gonna tell you this why I think.
Right.
Because it's like a football game. Right.
Like
you got offense, you got defense, and you got special teams.
Right.
You play all
Where's
phases.
black folks at?
You play all phases of the game.
Black folks ain't no defense.
So this what I'm saying.
I like you. Because you was over here the other day and you was talking that
I'm about to tell him exactly where black folks
when it comes to
this
is the thing about voting is like this is the thing about us as black people.
Mm-hmm.
We in a hole.
Right.
We can't afford to look our nose down at any sort of options that help us get out this hole. Right. So, like, when we look at voting, and you look at especially when you look at your local elections, like when the Electoral College kind of makes voting for the president a little funky because you got redlining, you got the Electoral College, you got a lot going on there, right? A lot of moving parts. But when you talk about the local elections and the people who are putting our sons and daughters in jail, or the people who are raising taxes on us or not raising taxes on us, or in our particular case, having a governor that when you had a president who was like, coronavirus ain't even real, to have a governor to be like, yeah, no, we're going to err on the side of caution to keep everybody safe.
And we're going to give her some buffs.
Right. And she going to rock some buffs.
Fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So cool.
I thought I was criticized because of that.
Fuck out of here with them buffs, though.
And she going to rock some buffs. You know what I'm saying? But, so my point, though, is that having a voice matters. Having a voice matters.
Where is your voice at, though, B?
I mean, my voice is everywhere.
I just went through the
COVID. When you talk about the presidential election,
right?
Sure, maybe I don't vote for the president, but just how they tried to impeach Trump a little while ago, right?
Right, and they didn't.
If we had voted the right sort of people in, then he might have been impeached.
But I talked about this before.
So my point just is that nothing exists in a vacuum, and a lot of times when we talk about these things, we talk about this shit as if they're singular items.
Right.
When these things are connected to each other.
Right.
And so voting to me is almost like a mentality more than anything else. It's saying, you know what? We got our backs against the wall, and y'all using voting to help keep me down. So I'm going to participate in that same motherfucking process to help build me up.
But you losing, though.
But the thing is, I'm losing because I don't participate the way
we
they
just talked about this.
But see,
black folk,
I don't participate the way they participate. I don't have a candidate. I don't have a horse in the race.
Remove yourself from it.
Okay, but
because it's emotional now.
Put a horse in the race.
What you got to say, Mom? What you got to say, bro?
I want to say this.
Yes.
You can't first off to say remove yourself from the race. The only thing you gonna do when you doing that is to say that I'm gonna not care no more who I'm gonna get all my tax money.
You have to not care.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Because you can't remove yourself from paying taxes, and the taxes go to the politicians.
Well, we got a candidate, the president, that want to get rid of the IRS. Because he owed taxes.
Hey, brother.
That's because it don't benefit him.
That's not how you get taxed, though. You get taxed off the top when you go to the store. Everything you purchase, you pay the tax.
No, I'm talking about FICA. I'm talking about like the working tax, the FICA.
Yeah, that's
federal tax is the biggest tax. Is the biggest tax you pay when you're working.
Yeah, the biggest tax that you really pay gonna be your sales tax. You're gonna pay sales tax before you get a job. You're gonna pay taxes on
because you getting something out of it. You getting something.
I'm not talking about income tax. Income tax is the only taxes that you pay to the federal government.
Your taxes go to the police, right?
Right.
How does that benefit?
Hey, brother, I want to finish the point. He asked you a question. Let me finish the point. Your local taxes go to the police, not your federal taxes. Your local taxes pay for the police, not your. The only taxes go to the feds is your income taxes.
Right.
Your sales taxes go to the state. And let me tell you, the brother asked, what part do we play in the race? Let me explain. We do got a part in the national election too, as well as our local. This is the part we play. Out of all the communities in the country, it's 40 million blacks in this country. So we got 42 Congress members that we elect, that we send to Washington, that represents us from our district.
Right.
Correct.
And guess what? Now, 42 out of 233, right? Now that's the Democrats. It's 198 Republicans. So the 42 black Congress members make what? The Democrats the majority in the House, in the Congress, that controls the Congress, which the majority that passed the law. We're not holding our federal reps accountable to go to Washington to represent our interests.
Correct.
That's our power on the national. We got major power. Let me tell you right now.
That's where the hit list come in at.
It's 233 Democrats right now to 201 Republicans. Guess how many of them 233 Democrats is black? 40-something. 40-something. So that would make, if you remove the 40 black Democrats, they would make 100.
You broke up. What, you broke up. You broke up what you just said. What'd you say?
I said if we remove the 40-something black Democrats from the House, that would make the numbers 193 Democrats to 201 Republicans. That would make what? The Republicans the majority. So our blacks in Congress is making the Democrats the majority, which if you the majority, that's how you can pass laws. That's how you pass budgets. That's how you enact statutes.
Supreme Court justice through super ASAP.
So we got it. We ain't, and I was just telling Mark this yesterday. I called out all 40-something U.S. reps we got all throughout the country. And they are about to get reelected without nobody asking them no question. Right. Brenda Lawrence is uncontested. We don't gotta wait on the election results. Already our Congress for the next year, right? Because nobody is contesting her.
Unopposed. That's my point.
It's like, not really about a
running unopposed.
But what I'm trying to say is, I'm holding it to benefit black folks. That's the only thing I'm doing. If it benefits me, I fuck with it.
And I say my vote is to where we have to come with this list to where we have to create the pictorial view of what they not doing.
Okay, so
that's all we got to do.
So I guess my question then would be, how does not voting?
No, it's holding.
Okay, so even if
holding.
Okay, so you hold
because when I hold it, I'm gonna find somebody.
So my question is this then: they're gonna close the polls tonight,
right?
And
Donald Trump is gonna win.
So tomorrow, whether you decide you want to vote or not vote, they're not gonna count that vote.
Bro, they was going to. This is just me.
Okay.
They're going to cheat anyway.
Okay. Sure,
for this shit.
Okay.
But I'm saying for local election, like my man, the mayor's on the line. That's the mayor. That's city.
That's right.
Because that's what I can control.
Right.
Okay.
They can't cheat on that.
That's right.
I'm saying we can control the local election. So in March when I was talking about in May when I was talking about hold the black vote, and my mama people from the church was talking about Mr. Detroit Dave is crazy. I'm trying to make people wake up like I'm gonna vote, but I want it to benefit me as a black man.
That's why these platforms is important. 7MileRadio, because we got 70,000 friends or whatever. Some of these people that's running right now don't even have that many, or they don't even know how to insert photos on Instagram. Some of these people that's right now in Congress, some of these people right now that's our state rep, need help working the internet. So if we right here grew up into this internet, let's start using it as our power. Mm-hmm. That's the power. We walking around with these cell phones. These are mini computers. Mm-hmm. But I guarantee you, we only use 30%, 20 to 30% of the capability. Mm-hmm. You don't use all the tools on your phone. But your phone, you don't even know what the shit do. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with the.
But hold on. But when we see the white candidates, notice how they use social media, how they come with the Proud Boys, how they come with their broadcasting, how they come with their YouTube, how they come with their hit list. Mm-hmm. They come with the hit list. How they come with Alex Jones. How they come with this. They come from numerous angles so they people can learn.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but the thing is, we got resources too.
Oh, Roland Martin.
You know what I'm saying? You got all different kinds of people. I'm saying, like, but I guess my point is, like, you got all different kinds of resources and people that we can use as well.
We do, but we got to understand. Detroit, how many, hold on, answer this. And this goes to everybody. How many residents right now have Wi-Fi? That's important. If we're going to sit there and start saying our kids need to learn on Zoom and all this, how many of our residents actually got Wi-Fi?
Okay. Now, let me say this, though. And so now here's where I think it's a two-pronged issue. My kids got to learn on Zoom.
Right.
The Detroit Public Schools sent tablets to my house.
Yours broke yet?
Mine are not broke yet.
Mine broke.
Okay, mine are not broke, and they came with the.
But you
T-Mobile,
got Wi-Fi, right?
But they also came with the T-Mobile internet for a year though.
Okay.
Where
the hotspot.
I didn't get no T-Mobile.
Where they already got where they got cellular service. So the tablets come to the house and they got cellular service already. So even if my Wi-Fi go out, my kids ain't got no reason not to be on here getting this learning done.
My tablet broke, and so we had to go to the laptop.
Yeah, okay,
So-
I can dig that.
so
I can dig that. I can dig that.
What we
Go
gotta,
ahead.
what we gotta do as brothers. I'm gonna tell y'all this: the younger generation, you got 80% of the people that's not involved in voting, especially locally. Our biggest population in Detroit is the ages of 18 to 28.
That's what we need.
Them is our biggest population,
Right.
and I'm gonna tell you this: and 98% of them do not vote. 99% of them don't vote. That's the problem right there. We gotta reach them. That's the sleeping giants. Them the people. That's the population that I'm talking about. The population of the strip club goers,
Yeah.
the titty bar goers, the bar goers, the club hoppers, the street dudes. All these guys. See, this is all the population that we need to march the candidates right into office.
That's what we
They
got
are
to target then,
sleeping
huh?
giants.
That's what we got.
Them the ones.
But that's
Don't nobody target them.
That's the
They leave
demographic
them
that
alone.
drives everything, though. You know what I'm saying? They the driver of the culture.
Yeah.
They the driver.
They-
You know what I'm saying? All that.
They
so, yeah.
exactly. They are the drivers of everything.
Yeah, they're
It's
the drivers
them.
of everything.
When we get them, exactly. That's all we. And I'm gonna tell you this: the politicians right now, they totally cannot relate to them. They don't talk to them. They don't wish to talk to them. They cool with it just like it is. If it's only 18% of the people voting, then that's less people that they got to manipulate. They only need 11% of the people to buy them. So if billionaires come through and they got to only buy 11%, that's not hard. They buy the churches, they buy the community activists, and they buy all the nonprofit groups with all the billions of dollars. That's it.
They don't
almost
like
got
that
your
demographic
11%.
too, though. That demographic too also is really they are independent thinkers a lot of times, young people, man. And so they don't like that
man,
demographic.
they
Like
is.
that, that's
right.
the demographic
They don't like that demographic.
Yeah, that's the demographic that was supporting Bernie Sanders. That's a demographic that helped Barack Obama get elected. You know,
That's right.
They don't
and the
like
last
that
time they
demographic.
voted was then, bro.
Yeah,
the last
they
time a
don't like
lot
that
of them voted was
Obama.
then.
Yeah, Obama. Well,
I
they
mean,
had a
but
lot of the.
they was for Bernie too.
the
They was
acorn.
messing
What
with
was
Bernie.
it? Where's the acorn?
Yeah, they was for Bernie
Yeah,
too.
they was messing
They
with
was
Bernie,
for
and that's
Bernie.
why the Democrats railroaded Bernie. You know
They
what I'm
was
saying?
for Bernie,
They
too.
didn't like what they
You
didn't
ain't
like.
lying,
It.
they
They didn't
was.
like what that was about, man.
They was for Bernie. Them the ones when we talk when we get them, I'm gonna tell y'all this. They'll march us right up into them offices without no doubt when we get them. And we can get them. I'm gonna tell you the politicians existing right now, the beautiful thing about it is that they don't know how to relate to them.
Nope.
We know exactly how to relate to them.
That's what I'm
In
saying.
every kind of way.
And social media
That's why we
is
gotta start working.
important
We
as
gotta
far
start
as
working,
that
bro.
list. Put it out, showing them that we have the capabilities of outing you out. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It don't take a lot of money to out you out. And we have to start using these free resources. 7 Mile Radio. If we don't hear it, we can out them out on that. We got Instagram, Facebook.
All that, yeah. And like you and Mark, man, we gotta start putting our names in these hats, man. Like, stop leaving it up to other people to make the decisions
right.
for us.
Yeah. Writing our
You know
own
what I'm saying?
story.
Yeah, we got to tell our narrative.
Yeah.
That's why it's called history.
That's right.
Like, I even told my kids just the other day, because my kids hate Donald Trump, because they hear the news,
Right.
they hear mom and dad talk about stuff all the time. But I told them even, like, listen, you don't know nothing about that man, really. You know what I'm saying? What you got to do is you got to find out what your mind is. Even if you find that your mind is different than mine.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to go, like, you got Google and you get on there. If you're going to get on there and you're going to look at Jeffy and LOL and all that. Like, if you got something that's important to you, Google that.
Yeah, well, we got this new social media that's called outing. You know what I'm saying? That's just the computer thing. That's what they used to. You know what I'm saying? They used, if they see Donald Trump on the net all day, they turn on YouTube, Twitter, all this. All they see him is being outed. That's what they gonna believe because the narrative is pushed one way. It's not a two-way road.
Yeah. And two, if we gonna cancel something too, man, I'm gonna just say, no, this might be a side note too for us as a culture. If we gonna cancel something, let's fucking cancel it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we were
cancel what the vote.
I'm saying like when we anything,
right.
Like whatever we canceling, we need to cancel it. Like not like when we were going through the thing, like we first started boycotting stuff, and they was like, okay, yeah, on Tuesdays we not going to no fast food restaurants, and then on Wednesdays we ain't going to this.
But I think it need to start in Detroit.
Like we need to be like, we done with McDonald's,
right?
Period.
In Detroit,
like, they ain't gonna find us there no more.
And then once Detroit, like once they see, because with me by me being Mr. Detroit, I think everything starts in Detroit.
Okay.
So when you say council, if we say we not fucking with McDonald's.
Then we ain't fucking.
Nobody in the city of Detroit is fucking with McDonald's.
We done with them.
Even if we got to put a border around McDonald's ourselves to be like, we not fucking with them. And that shit would be like wildfire. It'll take over because other cities start seeing like, damn, Detroit not fucking with McDonald's. We ain't fucking with McDonald's.
We ain't fucking with them.
Or McDonald's got to come. McDonald's got to come to us.
Right. McDonald's
that's what they gonna do.
At the end,
that's what they did to Dearborn. They sat down and they said we want halal at the McDonald's. So McDonald's said we don't serve halal.
Right.
And like when they put a border behind it, they said, you know what? Then we ain't buying this shit. Our people is not gonna eat this because you're jeopardizing my kids, my unborn children, the whole nine, my grandma, the whole nine. They gotta have halal. And what McDonald's do? They put halal in there.
They got halal.
They put a halal option. Now they putting fresher beef on, you know what I'm saying? You just have to make them. They'll come to you. And you know how they'll come to you?
If you stand up.
No, you know how they'll come to you, how you stand up. Right here, social media. Social media.
Oh, yeah.
They'll call you instantly. It's called going viral. They'll call you instantly. They'll find your number.
And the thing about it is, it's going to be some bourgeoisie motherfuckers, bro, that's not gonna be with it. And with me, we gotta be able to bury the motherfuckers. Like if you not with the cause, it need to be some kind of standard where, like, it need to be some kind of code or some kind of emblem on them.
That Turner dealt with that. The Haitians dealt with that. That's just called house niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you look at history and we could break it down, this been going on. We got niggas that'll throw a monkey wrench faster than a mechanic into the engine. Like, what? Oh, hell no. Them niggas looking like they about to do something. And they throw the wrench in there instantly, not even knowing you. They throw the wrench instantly in the engine. Like, you roll up. You'll never know who you with.
I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on right now, because like I've been in this for years. You got political groups that we gonna have to battle with, because already.
But we control the streets right now. Right now through the 7Mile Media. Right now through some of these groups that we work with, we control really the streets right now. We just have to grab it.
We gotta grab it.
We gotta grab it and take a hold.
We gotta grab the street. They going for that other, all them vying, and they wrestling for that group.
And but most of the streets ain't gonna vote because they saying hell with it. But if we grab the streets and say, look, man, with you. I'm from where y'all at. Yeah. Let's go to these polls, man. Put a brother like me, that's like you, into them offices, man, and we can do all this.
That's right. That's why we got to.
You know what I'm saying? We got to look at with the gangs. We got to link up, and it said we got to link up with some of the dealers, whoever. That's the streets. The streets got the numbers.
By any means necessary.
See, let me tell you the beautiful thing about it. We can promise them something. Promise them. You know what we can promise them? We can promise them something that they got, that's theirs, that they haven't, that they don't know they got.
Too. If Mark run for office, you run for office, you run for office, you run for office, I run for office, we can say, look, we giving up half of our salary. And we're going to put half of that salary on the net and make sure it's portioned out to the people that don't got lights, to the people that can't cut their grass, the elders.
Listen, brother. You ain't got to do none of your salary. Your salary going to be for what you need, brother. We got $2 billion of their money coming in every year that they're going to give to us to help them. We got way more than enough to totally help them out. Like, honestly, $2 billion, that's what me, you, Mark, and the brother, and then another $5 billion is stuck in there, and then there's hundreds of millions that's borrowed from us, that people done borrowed from us and ain't paid us back, that we gonna go obtain.
So that's close to, that's close to $2 billion For my
This
vote that
every
we've been
year.
talking about.
This
No, I can
every
say,
year.
no,
This
but look,
every
but check
year.
this out. You could put the resources out for us, but if we don't know where to go and get it, like say your boy, you don't like Duggan, right? But Duggan put out a program that say if you graduate from Detroit, I'm gonna put you in college, right? Or if you stay in
But community
Detroit,
college though.
no, hold up, because I got my wife graduated from this program that he put an internship
In Detroit.
in Detroit. She went to a program for 6 months, and they offered her a job, a salary job off rip. Hands on, because first of all, Detroit need hands on. We don't need the college right now because we got so many businesses coming here.
We really don't.
We got so many businesses.
General, though. That's not just Detroit.
I'm saying no. The Detroit, far as like the manufacturing thing, the manufacturing is going technical.
Because I heard you talk about that. You gave props to Mike Duggan quick, and I'm looking like, I don't want to give this dude shit.
Well, I don't like Mark Duggan.
I'm
He did create that internship. Hold up. He did create that internship that a lot of my black brothers didn't even take up.
He could have.
They didn't even know about it. But you know who was in my wife's class? The Indians, the Chinese.
Hey, brother.
The Chaldeans was taking these
Same thing with the housing market.
It was there.
Same thing with the housing market and the auctions.
What you say, Ramon?
Well, no, that ain't. Hey, brother, that ain't the same thing with no auction. That's not true, bro. Let's be factual. Let me tell you what Duggan did with the auction. Here's what he did. The housing auction. The housing auction.
No, not the. No, I'm not talking about the. I'm talking about the. Oh, you talking about the auction?
Because I know about the auction firsthand.
Yeah.
I was
Let me tell you what he did with the auction. Because see, a lot of people, you will have. If we ain't careful, you will have. Matter of fact, Duggan did the most horrible atrocity to people. Let me tell you what he did with the housing auction. In 2015, him and the city council unanimously signed an ordinance giving themselves half off all the property that was held in the land bank. So you know what they did? You know what they did? They wiped up all the prime property, Boston, Edison, East English, UAB, everything. Wiped it up.
We got those opportunities
so you know what?
too, though.
We did have the opportunity
because that's the thing, and that's the issue, and that's the issue. Just like with the coronavirus, just like with the recession,
hey, brother,
just like with
the
depression,
you couldn't have no
opportunities. I literally moved from California in 2014. At the end of 2014, I moved because I'm from here.
Brother.
You
didn't have. Hey, brother, do you work for the city? Brother, do you work for the city?
No.
But my point is this.
So let me
I didn't have to
say, do you work for the city?
I don't work for the city. No, I do not work for the city.
Let me say this to you then. Then you are unfactually stating stuff if you saying that you work that we had.
Well, I'm agreeing with him. Hold on, I'm gonna agree with him. Go ahead, let him finish the point.
Let me finish, brother. Let me finish. It's impossible that you had the opportunity. If I'm a city official and this house in the Boston Edison is 160 and I can get it for 80,000, and you can't. It's impossible that you had that opportunity.
But what I'm saying is this,
tell you this. And only a 30 people got that opportunity.
I feel you, but what I'm saying is this though: the Wayne County Treasurer's auction in 2014, that was the largest housing auction in the history of housing auctions anywhere documented.
Why you think it was like that?
Right? Okay, hold on. So it was like
it
was something like 60,000 properties for sale. At 500, at 5. This was the year before they signed that ordinance. Hold on, this is the year before they signed that ordinance.
Hold on.
Right?
He said, hold on, say that.
Why the brother just asked you a crucial question. He just asked you why did they have.
But let me tell you, because my people was investing in properties in 2008.
Why was it
hold
like
on. You had in the University District alone, that over there off of 6 Mile and Illinois, you had houses going over for 33,000. In East Point, you had houses going for 19,000. Nobody would. They didn't want to stay in them areas.
Though?
Hey, brother. Hey, brother. So listen.
How many of us
let me talk to this brother. Let me talk to this brother right here, because I know. Let me talk to this brother. Hey, brother. I want you to remember this when you saying this.
Right.
Do you know the median income in Detroit?
Right. No, but let me tell you this.
No, I'm asking you, brother.
Let me tell you this. We had an opportunity because I own 2 lots.
Brother,
we was getting lots for $100 a pop.
Do you know the
brother? Buy a house for a penny.
Hold on.
Brother,
answer the question.
This is important.
Go ahead.
Do you know the median income in Detroit?
And what's the years you talking about? You talking about right now?
All these right now, the year you talking about, 2014, all them years. Do you know the median income?
Well, I'm gonna tell you back in 08 before Duggan coming in, when the property where you can get lots before the side lot thing that was going on, that you had to own the lot next to you. You can get it for $100. You can get any lot for up under $1,000 anywhere.
Brother, I'm asking you, brother. I'm asking you, brother.
As black people to buy half of Detroit.
Brother, I'm asking you, do you know the median income before you talk? See, the median income kill what you talking about the opportunity. If you ask for the median income, then it kill the opportunity that you keep talking about we had.
What's the median income?
The median income ain't been more than $25,000 a year.
Right.
So how can you tell people that they can purchase $19,000 property?
Okay. No, they had property going for $1,000.
The housing auction at the time, you could buy the house for $500.
You
can get a house for I have a sister-in-law. I got a sister-in-law who literally bought a house for a penny.
Hey, brother.
She came to me for $184 for the taxes on a penny and bought a home.
Right now, today, you can go get a house for $1,000. Right now, $500.
No, but I'm gonna take because I beat.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. But you need $40,000, $50,000 to fix that house up.
No, that's if you get it from the land bank, bro. That depends on where you get it from. If you get it in the Wayne County Treasurer's auction,
listen to me. Hey, brother, listen to me. I'm gonna put this brother right here on the floor. I give you a deed to a house, brother. I'm talking to this brother right here. I give you a deed to one of my houses if you go find a move-in ready land bank house right now. Right now.
I took $1,000.
That's a land bank house.
You can't do the land bank. Hold on, you can't do the land bank.
They did that on purpose.
No, you can't do it no more because you got outside corporations bidding on these properties right now. Back in 08, you didn't have nobody wanted to live here.
In 14,
and so they had properties that you could do a little work that we got properties.
No, I moved from here. I moved from here. Right. I bought a house in an auction where
you
literally
had money.
No, listen to me. Listen to me now. Listen to me. The auction, the treasurer's auction said you take $1,500. $1,500. Now think about what you get in taxes. What we get back in taxes, right? $1,500 to get in the auction. All properties, every last one of them, whether it was in Boston, Edison, Rosedale Park, Sherwood, Forest, anywhere, starts at
what he's
5.
saying is this.
Last 2
minutes. Hey, brother, let me ask you a question.
It started at $500.
How many houses do you got in Boston? How many offices?
They was not
How many offices do
they weren't all fucked up.
How many?
Bro, I bought 2 of them.
How many houses do you got in
we're
Boston?
inhabiting
Let's hear the caller. We got 2 minutes left in the show.
How many horses do you own in Boston, Edison? Because see, this is what. So let me ask. So let's get to the point. Let's get to the point of the understanding. This brother right here talking is basically saying that we don't own shit because it's our fault. That's really what you saying, bro.
No, that's not what I said at all. That's not what I said at all.
Brother.
That's not what I said at all.
That's exactly what you saying. We didn't take advantage of opportunities. That's our fault.
No, that's you putting a filter on that, but that's not what I said.
Hey, brother, did you just say that we didn't take advantage of opportunities?
I said we didn't take advantage of that opportunity.
No, I think he said.
I said we didn't take advantage of the $100 of the lot property thing that was going on.
Brother,
before Duggan put a clap on it, we did not take advantage of the property.
That wasn't. Okay, let me say this to you. That wasn't advantage. Having $100 a lot to do and don't have the money to do nothing with, that is nothing. Let me say something else with you too, brother. Do you know in the city of Detroit, for a $17,000 house, you paying taxes as if you own a $130,000 house? So when you giving me,
you gotta go and assess. You gotta go and reassess. You can go and get a reassess.
Hey, brother, that's not about no reassessment. That's not about no reassessment.
Listen,
that's what you paying, and you paying that not because of reassessment. You paying that because loans been taken out on your houses for years and years without your permission. That's why you paying that.
Like I'm just saying, I'm living it in real life right now.
So you know what's going on? So a lot of people can't pay the taxes. That's why they behind, because they don't got the median income.
Every January you can go and adjust it. Every January they had programs for 4 years where you didn't even have to pay. All you had to do was sign up for it. But they didn't know about
Hey,
it.
hey,
They
hey,
broadcast
hey,
it.
They sent me a letter that said that they can roll all my back taxes, and I can only, and I
hey,
can
Mark,
pay
as I
10%.
saying,
we got to end this. We got to end the show at 7 o'clock, man. We got to continue this,
Hey,
man.
as I saying, that brother, as I saying, Mark, that brother is saying it's black people's fault. Them programs was bullshit. Everything.
We wasn't getting the paperwork or the research.
My kid, it's hard to tell my kids sleeping under
You
that
put a
roof that the
deed on,
program is
put a
bullshit.
deed on that stuff you
I'm with the
talking
man.
about, brother.
Bro,
Put a deed on that stuff you talking about.
Them
I
programs
prove
is
all
bullshit.
that stuff he talking about is
Hard to
bold
tell me that,
bull
bro.
crap.
I'm about to go turn the
Hey
kids to one
man,
of them
hey,
programs.
hey Mayor, we got to link up.
Man, we got to do this again.
This is important, guy, but we gonna create that list.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
And the
listen.
conversation is great. The conversation is fantastic. Like,
I
we gotta
agree.
keep this
I
going.
agree.
time,
Thank
bro.
y'all for the
Yeah, we gotta
conversation.
keep this going.
If we agree on most of the thing, we can get agendas
We do.
passed.
We do. We do.
And
We
as long
do.
as we
We
link
do.
up and do what we need to do, we unstoppable. The gods is in the building, man.
I
Kings
agree.
disagree
I
all
agree,
the
man.
time.
Thank y'all, brothers. Thank y'all, brothers,
I love
man,
you,
for
bro.
the beauty.
We'll talk to you in a minute,
I
man.
love y'all too, man.
Get the Morris Cookbook on Amazon, man. The Morris Cookbook, man. Judah Awoke Ace Cookbook, man. If y'all can ever get it, y'all. I wrote this cookbook.
Yes,
It's on
sir.
Amazon.
We up out of here, man. 7 Mile.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile.